Hey everybody, this is Tommy G.
And it's Pete J.
And Pete J, we are going to be reporting tonight here from Houston, Texas, where we are going to start our playoff series against the formidable Houston Jacks. And as you can see, the lovely city there, we're going to fade into pretty soon here the playoff bracket. Pete, this is the third straight year you and I have been calling games, and it's the third year we've seen playoff baseball with three different teams.
Yes, sir, and I'm excited about this Beewolf team. They really started to show their mettle toward the end of the season here and really started racking up the wins. Completely reversed their fortunes. I was watching some film from earlier games, and boy, some of the mistakes in base running and poor play in the outfield, and all that seems to be hopefully a thing of the past as they move forward here.
You're right. What a Cinderella story. Yeah, like you mentioned, 13 games into the season, we were 1-12. And looking at just getting shot down now. Let's go talk a little playoff history. 2 seasons ago, the Beewolves had the hottest record in baseball. We remember when we were calling games down for the Freebooters, they actually made it to the playoffs. They won the first series. They swept the Crocodons 2-0. And then they themselves got swept by at the time, Oakland Buzzards, who went on to win the finals, beating our Freebooters. And so last year they didn't even make it, so it's good for them to be back in again postseason.
Yeah, and they brought us in here to try and make it more consistent. The up and down play of the Beewolves has hopefully been a problem here in Phoenix, so they want us to kind of smooth it out and let's see more consistent play. I know we didn't deliver early on, but I think we've turned it around, and hopefully we can bring them home a winner. As Tommy pointed out, we did go to the playoffs with the Freebooters. We got to the championship round, and we lost in 3 games, so we took it to the limit, but just came up short. And then with the Overdogs, our following season in Santa Monica, we were with the Overdogs, and unfortunately, did we get out of the first round? I think you said we did.
We
but
did.
We didn't.
Dogs won the first round, lost in the second round to the team that won it. It was the Water Bullets.
Yeah.
And looking at this bracket here, Pete, there was one other team that was in the playoffs last year from this group, and that was the San Jose Sawteeth. And they were not there 2 seasons ago. They were there last season, so it's a repeat performance by the Sawteeth, who last season, let's see, they ended up they lost in that first round. They got beat by the Sirloins 2-1. Sirloins ended up going to the finals and then losing to the Water Bullets. So the Sawteeth looking to turn around their fortune this year. Of all these other teams, there's only 2 teams that were in it last year, Pete, and that would be the Sawteeth and then the Blowfish. The Blowfish are the only team that has been there all 3 seasons we've been calling. They made the playoffs every year for the last 3 years, Pete.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they lost 2 years ago. They lost in the first round to the San Diego Moonstars. Last season they beat our old Freebooters, swept them, and then got swept by the Sirloins. So this season they're hoping to they just made it in the wild card. They're hoping to go all the way this season, so that'll be interesting. As far as the other teams go, like you say, we got some new teams, some expansion teams here. The Jacks are one of them. The Houston Jacks are one. They win their division and they're the 2nd seed. The Phoenix Sandcats are one of those other teams, same situation there, won the division, 2nd seed. And then you got the San Diego Platypi. It's their first season in a couple of years they've been here. The Michigan Moose are the favorites for the whole league. They've been out of it the last 2 years, and they've been dominant this year, so they're hoping to make it there. And then, the Philadelphia Frontrunners as well. Their inaugural season, so some real new teams this year.
Yeah, it's nice to see some of the expansion teams doing well, and hopefully infusing some new fans into the sport.
Real quick, I just wanted to take one look at the league leaders to just show the top 10 players from this season to see who's in the playoffs now. The number 1 ranked player, Slip Souter for the San Diego Moonstars. They'll be playing San Diego. Wait a second, San Diego's
Moonstar's not in it.
No, the Moonstars aren't in it. You're right. Followed by Jock Sports, Elmo Slayer. Hurley Bender is the top ranked player in the league in the playoffs. He's ranked number 4 overall, 2nd highest pitcher. No, I'm sorry, third highest pitcher in the league. You can see he has the strikeout leader this year with 87 Ks and 3 called games.
Yep. Yeah, he's really turned it on. When I was watching the film of the 13th game that where the Jacks and the Beewolves matched up at Red Rock, Hurley threw an amazing game. 7 innings, 3-hitter, only gave up 2 runs, and we wound up losing that game like 6-5 or something like that. So once Bender came out, the pitching kind of fell apart. So yeah, he's one of our premier players, and it does not surprise me that he's up there at number 4.
At number 6, you got Jack Cracker, one of the Houston Jacks here. He had a 346 season average on the season, 14 home runs, 35 RBIs. He's going to be a formidable person to go up against. And then you also have at the bottom there Buster Biggs. He was 10th ranked overall. As you know, he got a 409 average. Just crazy.
Yeah, and number 9, Rip Dingers for the Moose, like you were saying, the Michigan Moose, who are favored to take the whole thing. So Rip Dingers makes an appearance there in the number 9 slot. He's also no slouch, but yeah, Cracker he's the guy I don't like seeing up in that batter's box, because you hardly ever, if you get a strikeout against Jack Cracker, you should celebrate, because trying to get the ball past him is almost impossible.
Well, the playoffs have already begun, Pete, so we are going to be able to call whatever games have happened. The first game that all started off in Phoenix when the Platypi visited the Sandcats. You want to tell us a little bit about how the playoffs started this year, Pete?
Sure. The Platypi and the Sandcats take it 1-0.
The Blowfish went to visit the Michigan Moose, and it was all Moose, Pete, 16-5.
Holy cow! They just beat up Blowfish. Poor Blowfish. Like my partner just said, they've made the playoffs all 3 seasons, and they've never reached the championship round. So yeah. There you got it. You got the Sandcats with a 1-0 lead over the Platypi, and the Moose with a 1-0 lead over the Moose. So.
Well, yeah, I mean that Platypi Sandcats game. I would have thought the Cats would have won that much bigger. A 1-0 win is a real close game. That series can go anywhere. Those teams are pretty tightly matched. That next game you'll see Tubrick against Takabasai. Like you said, though, the Blowfish, they got an uphill. It was 16-5. That's a huge win, unless it was starting pitching for the Moose. Bradwick's going to go against Cannon. And now the Blowfish have to win 2 straight to just stay in it. Yeah. And the Platypi by the same token. Platypi were in probably one of the weakest divisions this year. I know we kind of run roughshod over their entire division, except we beat everybody in the division except their last place team. Yeah.
Who the second game of the season just whomped us. Like, that was horrible.
Well, I was going to say, objectively speaking, before this playoff started, my thoughts on the favorites were that the Sandcats were going to take that series. I thought the Blowfish would be the upset. I thought the Jacks would beat us in 3. I hope that's not the case, and that the Sawteeth would take the front runners, and the finals would end up being the Blowfish against the Sawteeth. I hope I'm wrong.
Blowfish against the Sawteeth. I think it's going to be the Moose over the Blowfish. I think the Sandcats are going to take it over the Platypi, and then it'll be Moose Sandcats, and I think the Moose will win that one. For us, I think we're going to beat the Jacks. I like I said, I went back, I watched the 2 games. They were close. The Jacks don't have their pitching is not very good at all. They only have 2 A pitchers. One's a reliever and the other's a closer. So they really don't have a lot of really good pitching. So if the way the Beewolves have been playing offense, I give it to the Beewolves. And then the front runners and the Sawteeth, I was up in the air. I can't really, even though they're in our conference, I don't remember that much about them really, to be able to call it. But I'd probably go with the Sawteeth after you mentioned that they were in the playoffs last year. Yeah. And then it would be us versus the Sawteeth, and again, I'd have to do a little bit more background work to figure out how we looked against the Sawteeth and that stuff before I made a call.
All right. Well, we are lined up to play playoff baseball here, Pete. postseason. Beewolves have made it. We're in it. We're going. It is the conference semifinals, game 1 of 3. The Beewolves are visiting the Jacks. The Beewolves contact specialists against the Jacks extreme bullpen beast. The matchup here, and like I said, I also saw those games back too as well. The Beewolves, like you said, they outplayed them in both games. They had some serious mistakes toward the end of that first one, and some some dingers up for a couple of guys. I forgot. I don't know if Cracker got one, or if it was I forget who else. Huffy Buffler might. Yeah, I think it was Cracker and Buffler might have got one too. I'm not sure. Or Clutch Corman got one in the second game.
Let me grab my notes. I'll be right back.
Sure thing. I think Clutch Corman got one in that second game. So I think the Beewolves really had them beat for the most part. Only problem is you don't want to get too confident here. Even though they had the better hand during their season, this is playoff baseball, and teams tend to pick it up in the playoffs. You can't just play your regular season game like you used to. And Pete, what I was getting to with this was the Beewolves pitching. Our strength has been our pitching. We've got some with the lowest. We got the best strikeout to walk ratio in the league. So our pitchers are pretty darn accurate. The problem is we're going up against a team that's got a lot of power, great contact. If we're throwing a lot of strikes in there, they may open it up on us in the playoffs. We may have to throw more pitches and try and get them chasing junk, and maybe go dip into our bullpen to make sure we get past some of these tougher teams.
I hear what you're saying. I felt like our pitchers matched up pretty well. Like I say, Hurley Bender, I think did really well in his first outing. He threw 85 pitches, went 7 innings, had 8 strikeouts, only gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs. He gave up 1 home run.
Yeah. In
the first game. That was to Log Freely. He hit a 464-foot 2-run home run. But that was it. That was the only long ball that the Jacks hit in that first game. The second game, how many home runs? Just 1 home run. Again, the Beewolf pitching only gave up 1 home run to the Jacks in the second game as well. It was a 382-foot home run to Clutch, like you said, Clutch Corman. But outside of that, the Beewolf pitching has really kind of been able to keep the Jacks pretty well under wraps. I agree with you. I think the first game, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. It's hard to give that to the Jacks when there was some base running errors and some of the stuff that went on. But I felt, and even the second game when we started with Fran Japani, I mean, she's one of our favorite pitchers, both of us. And Huffy Buffler knocked her out in the first inning. And we had to bring in Tats Belfour, and he just went. So he goes. The production assistants around here suck. Just going on record. Tats Belfour went 4 innings, gave up. Had 7 strikeouts, gave up 3 hits, 1 home run, and only 2 earned. So, very cool. Yeah, they did well.
And like you said with the pitching, I mean, there's a couple batters that they really owned. I mean, Razzie Dazzler, she got struck out I think 3 times in the first game, twice in the second. She just could not hit any of her pitching. Our old friend Rob Glover as well had a few that he got put away on. So I agree. I mean, I think we can. I think we have the strengths here. I think we can be confident about this series. And then to lead into the series, the Beewolves are going to be starting the star pitcher, the 6th best player rated overall this whole season, Hurley Bender, the right-hander. He throws the ball hard, he puts crazy movement on it, and he's super accurate. He's got a 0 record so far in the playoffs and no innings pitched, so we'll see what he does.
And I think he was looking forward to trying to get a little revenge. I think he felt that because at the time that he came up against these Jacks in the 13th game, his record at that point was he was 0-2. So he was 0-3, I mean, and I think he really wanted to win. And again, I told you what his stats were. By all means, he should have had to win.
Yeah.
It should have been his game. Would have been his first win of the season, and instead it winds up going. The loss gets charged to Avery and Bender got no credit whatsoever for the game. So I'm sure he's looking for a little revenge.
Yeah.
Beewolves trotting out their notable players, obviously Alora Franco at first base, Hanley Dexteras at shortstop, and Buster Biggs in left field. Franco and Biggs with exceptional power. Franco has very good contact, sees the ball well at home plate, and she's got really good speed on the base paths when she can get on. Dexteras, the superstar shortstop, who's probably one of the best fielding shortstops in the game right now. He's got a little bit better than average power. He's got a great ability to connect, and he supposedly has an amazing speed. I haven't seen it, but hopefully it comes alive here in the postseason. And Buster Biggs, the left fielder, who's just, I mean, you can't say enough about Buster Biggs. At times, I kind of feel like he put this team on his back and just willed them into the playoffs. He's got very good power. He's got better than average ability to connect at the plate, and he's got very good speed when he gets on the base path. So
it'll be
something to look
see.
for.
The Jacks are going to be starting their premier pitcher, Donk. Oh, the left-hander, the southpaw. Donk's not a bad pitcher, but to be the number one, the anchor for the team, it's a little bit something there. The Jacks are trying to get out and do what they can in the beginning. He's just behind average on his velocity to his junk, although effective. He's really accurate, though, so he can put the ball where he needs it. He's got no stats so far yet these playoffs, so we'll wait to see what he can do.
That's true. Donko is a B+ for going for the Jacks today. And then their notable players, obviously Juice Jackson playing third base, excellent power, very good ability to connect, and a little bit less than average speed. Again, the Jacks not known as a speeding team, so even when they get on base, their speed tends to be an inhibitor. Huffy Buffler, the second baseman, he's got excellent power, excellent ability to connect at home plate, no speed at all. And again, I'd be interested to see over this 3-game series if maybe there isn't a little retribution for what he did to Fran Giappani earlier this season. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm up here in the booth. What do I know? You know what I mean? I'm just calling the game. I got no control over it. Jack Cracker in right field. He's got excellent power, excellent ability to connect, and again, not a whole lot of speed. So these guys are not going to run you ragged, which is pretty good because the Beewolf catchers, they need a little bit more work behind home plate. They don't have bad arms. They just I don't think they've thrown anybody out trying to steal. So we need that. We need someone to step up. We're going to look at the lineup for today. We're getting the numbers, and the first playoff lineup is going to look like this. Starting off the batting order and playing second base, Gina Torrens. She comes back from being out a little bit there. Second, following her closely, is Hanley Dexteras at shortstop. Batting third will be Buster Biggs in left field. At fourth, as usual, is Alora Franco playing first base. Playing right field, Billy LeBoink. It's basically the top lineup. Number 6, Magic Moore's going to be in center field. Bertha Banks will bat seventh and play third. Eliza Peck is going to start off catching here in the playoffs. She'll bat eighth, and finishing it off is Hurley Bender, a good hitting pitcher. Throws the 4-finger, 2-finger, cut finger, the curveball, and the slider. And I think we're getting ready to start it, man. Yes, sir. I'm excited. Playoff baseball. Here we go. Bender, over the course of the season, he hit two dingers himself, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, took 2 out.
Yeah. Starting the playoffs over with the Jacks again. The Beewolves just kind of taking first place by virtue of winning their division. I think they're going to be visitors throughout the playoffs. The Jacks will have Cracker in left field, Freely in right field, Buffler playing second, Jackson at third, Dazzler in center field, Glover playing shortstop, Yamamoto at first base, Tough Lift catching, and Donk O pitching. Beautiful night here at Tiger Den Stadium. We're getting ready to kick this one off. Gina Torrens, Hanley Dexteras, and Buster Biggs are going to take a first look at Donk O as we wait for the umpire to say the magic words.
Now batting, the second
There she is.
There it is.
Gina Torrens.
Torrens is... Oh.
She's got no stats in the playoffs, and we're underway here at Houston pitch. The first pitch by Donko is high. It's a ball. Second one makes it in for a strike. Are we able to 1 apiece? Top of the first inning. Jacks Beewolves. A late swing hard, and that gets up the middle in the center field. Dazzler picks it up. She's going to hold her up at first base, but a great start to the game for Beewolves. Good hit, Gina Torrance.
All right.
Hanley Dexterra steps into the batter's box. He's known around the league as a tough out. Utility player. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Second pitch is inside. Ball one. 1-1. Swing and a miss. And, Gina Torrance gets thrown out trying to steal second. Hanley Dexterra's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Takes the next pitch. That's high. Ball 2. 2-2. That's fouled off. Out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a smash into center field, back to the warning track, but caught by Razzie Dazzler for the second out.
Well, the bases are clear. Buster Biggs is up now. Left field, Buster's a good power hitter, good contact. You saw what he did in the regular season. Number 10th overall. Watches his first pitch go there for a strike. Second one way outside. Ball 1 doesn't chase. Donko throwing hard here in the first. Swing and a miss. That slower one. 1-2 to count. He pops that one up. And waving that off the shortstop, Rob Glover, our old friend, grabs that for the third out.
All right. So 1-2-3. 1 hit for Gina Torrance, but it goes nowhere. Score is tied. 0-0. Jack Krecker, Log Freely, and Huffy Buffler are going to take a look at Hurley Bender as we get set to go into the bottom half of the first inning. Krecker, the left fielder for the Jacks, is neutral and fit.
Got to be careful, Krecker.
First pitch to Krecker is fouled off along the third base line. No balls, 1 strike. Bender delivers. That's a roller.
Oh, no, she holds it.
Got a little lag there. Okay, so Jack Krecker with a cheap single because Laura Franco didn't throw the ball. So Krecker reaches first safely. That's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Krecker at first base. That one's high. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Log Freely, the right fielder. That's popped up in foul territory. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bender settles in. There's a roller to Dexterra. And he just misses it. And we're starting to have some defensive issues here. So runners at first and second with no out. Huffy Buffler, the second baseman, steps in. Again, not a whole lot of speed on the base paths. Pressure's up a little bit on Hurley Bender. It's outside. Ball 1 to Buffler. That's in there for a called strike. Evens the count up 1-1. Runners at first and second with no outs. That's popped up. Going. It's off the wall. 2 runs are coming in to score. Huffy Buffler with a double. Strange. Juice Jackson, the third baseman. And the Jacks have a 2-0 lead over the Beewolves. No outs, and Buffler standing at second. There's a roller. Oh, come on. Somebody.
Oh.
What was that?
Oh, no. Oh,
right.
boy.
Okay. All right. I understand how we're going to play this. Okay. Razzie Dazzler. Runners at first and third with no outs. That was like a swinging bunt, and neither the pitcher nor the catcher seemed to pick it up. I don't understand that. So he reached safely. Strike 1. All right, we got 1 out. Another swinging bunt, and they were able to throw Dazzler out at first base. So 1 out. Runners at second and third. 2 runs across the plate. Rob Glover, a fan of the low pitch. Glover playing shortstop. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Bender is tense.
Oh, no.
There's a shot. Oh, no. Come on. All right, Bertha, hard smash to Bertha Banks, who had it go through her legs. Another run scores, making it 3-0. Runners at first and second, still only 1 out. Jeez.
Boy.
Yeah. That's in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Jacks with a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first. That one's high. Ball 1. 1-1 to Yo-Yo Yamamoto. There's a shot to Gina Torrance.
Oh, wrong ways.
Flipped to second. But they were able to get back. She pulled that out of the air, and for the second out, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And Tough Lift, the catcher, the 8th hitter, is up. That first pitch is low, ball 1. That one's high, ball 2. 2-0 to Tough Lift. That's in there for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike to Lift. Runners at first and second. Jacks jump out to a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Fouls that one off, out of play along the first baseline. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. That one's a little low. Full count. Tough Lift, the catcher, making Bender throw pitches. Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
You gotta be kidding me. All right, I think I see how the computer wants this to go. 4-0. Hurley Bender's given up 4 runs in the first inning, and there's runners at first and third with 2 outs. And the pitcher's up. Bender picks up the slow roller and throws it to first for the 3rd out. Gosh, So the Jacks pick up 4 runs on 5 hits. Beewolves commit an error, and coming up in the top of the second, Laura Franco, Billy LeBoink, and Magic Moore. Donk threw a couple of pitches there. This is not how the Beewolves wanted to start this first game, and it's all, again, same thing with the first 2 games during the regular season. They're just defensive errors. Just poor play. There's a smash. That's a single. Way to go, Laura Franco. She puts that into center field for a clean single.
All right. Well,
all right, here we go.
We get that leadoff runner. As long as they don't get tagged out, we're good. Billy LeBoink comes up, likes a high pitch. Good contact hitter. He's got some speed at first base. First pitch by O is in there. Hard, Pete. That one is going. Oh, caught by Dazzler. She's going to have to come back. She's going to have to run for first. She's sliding in, and the double play. Oh, my gosh. It took her forever. I don't know if she's...
Base running errors and defensive errors. The same thing that beat us in the 13th game.
If she sprained her ankle or something, I don't know.
Magic Moore, the center fielder, is up. Takes the first pitch, 2 pitches. Finds himself 2 balls, no strikes. That's in there for called strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs now. That's going to be up the middle into center field for a clean single for Magic Moore. Moore standing on first base with 2 outs in the top of the second.
All right, we got that runner on with 2 outs, and Bertha Banks is tense. She hasn't even batted yet, but she's. We'll see if she can get back in there. Oh, looks at first base, throws one in, makes it inside. Thought it was a little low inside, but Baby Banks did too. 0-1 the count. Swinging and a miss, strike 2. There it goes for second. Hit hard, the run, and is going to make it to second. We got runners now first and second with 2 outs, and hopefully the Beewolves can get a 3-run dinger here.
Here we go, Eliza Peck, the catcher. She steps in, first time up. Runners at first and second. 2 outs, though, in the top of the second. Jacks holding a 4-0 lead. That's in there for called strike. Strike 1. There's a roller to Juice Jackson at third base. He picks it up, makes the throw to Yamamoto at first for the 3rd out. And the Beewolves pick up 3 hits, but no runs. It's still Jacks 4-0. Jack Cracker, Log Freely, and Huffy Buffler are going to face Hurley Bender, who threw 24 pitches in that first inning. Gave up 5 hits. DRA is up to 18.
Oh yeah, that was not a typical inning for Hurley Bender. Jack Cracker, these first 3 Jacks are all 1 for 1 on the day. Cracker's a power hitter. The outfield should play him back, and they they played shallow instead. Strike. We got 1 apiece there. Outfield going deep. Bottom of the second, 4-0 Jacks. Inside corner popped up. Bertha Banks is going to run over to get it. She lost it at first, but now she's got it. Catches it in foul territory for that first out. Log Freely's 1 for 1 with a single, acting like he owns the place. Little swagger in his step. Log is also a power hitter. First pitch inside. Misses by Bender. 1-0 the count. With 1 out left. Bender's getting ready to throw his 29th pitch. Gets a signal from Eliza Peck. Winds up, slings it. Misses outside. 2 quick balls. 2-0 the count. to Log Freely, who, like you said, caused much damage in that first game, and this could be another. Oh, luckily it goes foul. That was far enough to be a home run. Log, the dangerous hitter, goes 1-2. Check swing, strike 3. That's in there. Bender's trying to get a little bit in there. He's tense, but he's trying to come back. We get pitch number 32 right now. Ooh, misses up near the hands of Log Freely. We got a full count with 1 out. See what he does here to break it. Nice breaking pitch in there, and watches it go by for a strikeout. Huffy Buffler 1 for 1 with a double. 2 RBIs. Looking to pounce on this. Bender puts that one inside, just misses. Ball 1 to Buffler. Bottom of the second. That one's low and away, and it makes it in. So it's kind of an oblong strike zone here for Buffler. That one's hit hard to Dexteris, right into his glove for out number 3. All right.
All right. So coming up in the top of the third, Hurley Bender. It's his first at bat. Gina Torrance 1 for 1. Hanley Dexteris 0 for 1. Donko's at 25 pitches, giving up 4 hits. No score yet. The Jacks leading 4-0. Hurley Bender's neutral and fit as he steps into the batter's box.
Good power hitter, Hurley Bender. I think one of his home runs is here. He hits that one hard up the middle in the center field. One swing of the bat, he's on, Pete, with no outs. Good start again.
Now batting.
Keep knocking at that door. Gina Torrance, the second baseman. She's 1 for 1 with a single. Yeah, Hurley Bender with some speed over at first base. There's a shot. That's going into center field. And all of a sudden, the Beewolves got something going here. Runners at first and second with no outs, and Hanley Dexteris stepping in.
Yeah, Donko is throwing the last 2 starting pitches right down the middle. I don't know if it's worked well for him. He's got runners at first and second and no outs. That one comes there for strike 1 as well to Dexteris. Going to show a little patience. That one outside corner, strike 2. He's quickly ahead of him, 0-2, but Dexteris is a tough out. That one he pulls down the line, a jumping grab by Jackson. Great catch by the third baseman for the Jacks.
Buster Biggs, the left fielder, steps in. He's 0 for 1 today. Runners at first and second still with only 1 out. That was an amazing diving catch by Juice Jackson at third base. First pitch floats in high, ball 1. Oh, Biggs out in front of that one for a strike, 1-1. That's in there for called second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Biggs. Biggs fouls that one off along the first baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. There's a smash to the second baseman. He's going to pick it up, flip it to second for 1, over to first for the double play, and we're out of the inning. We're heading into the bottom of the third. Jacks 4, Beewolves nothing. Juice Jackson 1 for 1. Razzie Dazzler 0 for 1. And Rob Glover 0 for 1. Bender's at 36 pitches with a strikeout, giving up 5 hits. ZRA's down to 9. Juice Jackson 1 for 1 with a single. Juice Jackson playing third base for the Jacks today. Takes the first pitch for a called strike on the low inside corner. No balls, 1 strike to Juice Jackson. There's a shot up the middle. That's going to get through for a single. Magic Moore picks it up and gets it to Dexteris at second. So Juice Jackson 2 for 2 today. And in steps Razzie Dazzler. She's neutral and fit. Bad jumps. She's 0 for 1. Dazzler playing center field for the Jacks today. Takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. 1-0. That one's outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Razzie Dazzler. That's in there for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike. Dazzler playing center field for the Jacks today. There's a roller to Franco. Picks it up, makes the throw to second, over to first for the double play. Clearing the bases. Rob Glover, the shortstop, 0 for 1 today with an RBI. Favors the low pitch. 2 outs. Nobody on. Glover, the 6th hitter, steps in, fouls that one off along the first baseline, out of play. A souvenir for the kids. No balls, 1 strike. Bender's up to 43 pitches in the third inning. Gets that over the outside corner for called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Rob Glover. Ooh, just a little outside. Glover checked his swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looked like Glover wanted that one. Oh, a little high. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, come on.
A little low. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count to Rob Glover with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Bender delivers, and he fouls that one off along the first baseline. He'll get another pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rob Glover 0 for 1 today. Fouls that one off into the dugout. Look at that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Glover waits. Bender delivers. Pops that one up. Behind home plate, and Eliza Peck is there to make the catch for the 3rd out. So we're going into the top of the 4th. The score is 4-0 Jacks. Both teams with 6 hits. Beewolves committing 1 error. Alora Franco 1 for 1. Billy LeBoy 0 for 1. And Magic Moore 1 for 1. Donko's at 35 pitches.
The first baseman.
Alora Franco, the first baseman's 1 for 1 with a single.
Doing well. Good power. Good to see her go 2 for 2. That one comes up high. Good patience by Laura Franco. Donko misses the first one. Gets the second one there. Hits hard into the gap on the left side. Crackers can pick it up in left field and throw to second. Keep her at first. Way to start off again. Strong Beewolves. They can come back into this speed.
Yeah, they've been leading off with hits. We just got to get them around. Billy LeBoy 0 for 1 today. Laura Franco got thrown out trying to steal. Swing and a miss by LeBoy for a strike. That one's outside. 1-1.
Oh, no.
That's a fly to Buffler. Makes the catch with a quick throw to Yamamoto, but Franco was able to get back. So 1 out with Franco still at first.
Magic Moore's 1 for 1 with a single. Good contact against left-handers like throws pitch number 41. Hard hit straight to the glove of Jackson for out number 2. Franco's got to dive back to first. Oh, Pete.
Bertha Banks 1 for 1 with a single. She's neutral and fit.
Oh, wow. What a steal.
Laura Franco still second base. Bertha Banks takes it for a strikeout. That one's high. Ball 1. 1-1.
Oh, no.
Bertha Banks pops it up into center field. Razzie Dazzler is calling for it. She's under it, makes the catch for the 3rd out. And we're heading to the bottom of the 4th. Yo-Yo Yamamoto 0 for 1. Tough Lift 1 for 1. And Donk 0 for 1. Bender's at 50 pitches. Got 1 strikeout, giving up 6 hits. His ERA's down to 6. Jack's still holding on to a 4-0 lead.
Yo-Yo Yamamoto is 0 for 1. He's got good contact against left-handers. Bender's righty. So for his 51st pitch, he's going to come in with a little something like this. Breaking pitch. Anticipated that slider on that first one. Doesn't swing and it misses. Ball 1-1-0. That makes it inside, evens up 1 apiece. Now Yamamoto's free to swing. Bender's going to throw 53, try and get him chasing. Oh, he gets low. No swing. Strike 2, 1-2 the count to Yamamoto. Oh, misses high with that high curveball. Locked up 2 apiece. Bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Jacks. Gets that breaking pitch on the outside. Gina Torrance picks it up. It's going to make a nice, easy 2-pump toss to first. That first out. Tough Lift. It's 1 for 1 with a single and RBI. He's got good power and contact. He's a good hitter. Leaning back in the right-hand batter's box. Bender not afraid. Winds up, tosses it in. Bender is no longer tense, Pete. Hits that one foul down the first base side. It's a souvenir. Bender's back in his game. That one lone away strike 2, and he's quickly in the driver's seat against Tough Lift. Bender's not giving up. He wants the Beewolves to come back and bring this thing back in. Hit hard to Gina Torrance to pick it up. Again, easy 2-pump toss to first. 2 outs. Donko comes up the pitcher. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Hitting nothing for the playoffs, as you would expect. Bender not afraid of him. The crowd standing on their feet. They want to see him do something. Bender misses high with that curveball. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. Low and away misses again. Ball 2. Not sure if he's pitching around. Oh. Makes that one a high strike fastball. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. 1 more to go in the bottom of the 4th. Check swing, strike 2. And we're 2-2-2. Here comes Pete. There it is. High outside fastball, strike 3.
Okay. So we're heading into the 5th. Eliza Peck 0 for 1. Hurley Bender 1 for 1. Gina Torrance 2 for 2. O's at 44 pitches. Giving up 7 hits and still no score. Jacks 4. Beewolves nothing as we head into the 5th. Eliza Peck, neutral and fit, 0 for 1 today. She's catching for the Beewolves.
Beewolves are going to put it together at some point here, Pete. They can't be held off the score sheet all night long. First pitch misses outside, ball 1 to count to Eliza Peck. That one comes in high, but it makes it for a strike, 1 apiece, top of the 5th. That's a good pitch. She gets a piece of it, pushes it foul right down the first base line, 1-2. That one's high, hard, Pete. She got all of that, made great contact, and it's over. It's gone. Home run. Eliza Peck hits a solo, unfortunately, a solo home run. That goes to right center field wall, 390 feet, 3 feet. It's her first home run and first of the playoffs. And what a time to come through for Eliza Peck.
Way to go, Eliza. Here we go. Hurley Bender 1-for-1 with a single. Beewolves going to come roaring back right here. No outs, nobody on. Bender takes the first pitch for called strike. Strike 1. That one's high. 1-1. Popped up behind home plate. Catcher's out, and Tough Lift makes the catch for the out.
Well, they got a piece of it. Gina Torrens, 2 for 2 for 2 singles. It's be nice to see her get on base, get some more runs here for the Beewolves. That one misses inside. A breaking pitch, the count. That one same spot, misses in the same spot. 2-0 for Gina Torrens. That one's low and away, strike 1. We got 2-1, top of the 5th, 4-1 now. Beewolves on the board.
No.
She reaches out, Texas Leaguer. That's going to be caught by Rob Glover. Shortstop for out number 2.
I wanted to check my swing there. Hanley Dexter is 0 for 2. He's a tough out and a utility infielder. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Beewolves on the board, but they're still trailing by 3, 4-1.
No.
That's lifted into center field, and Razzie Dazzler's going to be able to track that one down for the 3rd out. So Jacks 4, Beewolves 1. Beewolves out hitting the Jacks 8-6. Jack Cracker 1 for 2. Log Freely 1 for 2 with a strikeout, and Huffy Buffler 1 for 2 with a double. Bender's at 63 pitches with 2 strikeouts. ZRA's down to a 4.5. Jack Cracker, the left fielder, is 1 for 2 with a single today. Bender scratching his ace. 63 pitches for Bender. That one's just foul along the 3rd baseline. No balls, 1 strike to Jack Cracker. That's popped up. And Bertha Banks is out there. She's under it. She makes the catch for the 1st out. Log Freely, the left fielder. She's 1 for 2 with a single as well. Log Freely is the 2nd batter in the lineup. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Strike 1. That's in there for a called 2nd strike, and Freely finds himself in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Freely again hit that big home run in their first meeting to put them ahead. Ooh. And Gina Torrens is able to run up and catch a little bit of a bloop fly ball for the 2nd out. Huffy Buffler 1 for 2 with a double and 2 RBIs. Buffler also the one who took down Fran Giappani. There's a shot. Oh, and he's going to be just too far away for that. Dexteris laid out to try and get it, but it was able to roll into center field, so Buffler reaches first safely. Double and a single. Juice Jackson 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Huffy Buffler at first base does not have a lot of speed, not a big threat to steal. First pitch to Jackson is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That's in there for a called strike. That evens up the count at 1. 1-1. There's a roller foul along the first base line. Puts Juice Jackson behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, come on up. That evens up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson waits. There's a flare. Oh, and it just gets. I got some.
And he runs around
it. I got some lag. God damn it.
Oh boy.
Why does it happen like that? Everything's going fine, and then all of a sudden it just literally stops. And you're like, I got no idea what's going on. Okay, 2 outs, so now there's runners at 1st and 3rd. God, that is irritating. Why does it do that? That's in there for called strike. Sorry, folks. It's just only at important times does it happen. That's in there for called 2nd strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at 1st and 3rd. Razzie Dazzler, the center fielder's in. She takes that pitch. It's high, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Razzie Dazzler goes down on strikes. That's his 3rd strikeout of the day, and luckily the little misplay didn't come back to haunt him. But the Jacks still holding a 3-run lead, 4-1. Coming up at the top of the 6th, Buster Biggs 0 for 2, Laura Franco 2 for 2, and Billy LeBlanc 0 for 2. O's up to 57 pitches.
Now batting the left fielder.
It's got a good
Buster
ERA, though.
Biggs.
It's a 1-0 or 1-8.
0 for 2.
0 for 2. Yeah, Buster Biggs has got to get on there, man. Buster Biggs hits it hard, but straight to Rob Glover, old friend.
Right.
Throws him out at first.
Right to Rob Glover.
Now batting the
Laura
first
Franco, the
baseman.
first baseman, she's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Been a solid hitter today. Reached safely both times up. 1 out in the top of the 6th. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Strike 1. There's a smash. Back to Rob Glover. It's short. He picks it up. Makes the throw to Yamamoto for the second out.
Now batting the
2
right
outs.
fielder.
Billy LeBlanc, the right fielder, stepping in.
Boy, yeah, he's 0 for 2. Let's just pitches up top. Let's see if we can get somebody on here with 2 outs. Pete. That's what we like to do. And he hits it hard into the gap and right center. He's going to have to stop at first base. Clark Feely jumps all over that. Good single.
Unfortunately, LeBlanc does not have a lot of speed. Magic Moore, the center fielder, 1 for 2 with a single. He's neutral and fit. He's got good connection versus left-handed pitching. Billy LeBlanc standing at first base again. Not a lot of speed in LeBlanc. First pitch is in there for a called strike. That one's outside. Ball 1. 1-1. Ooh, that's fouled off along the third baseline. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, no.
Swing and a miss. And Magic Moore goes down on strikes. And we're heading into the bottom of the 6th. Rob Glover 0 for 2. Yo-Yo Yamamoto 0 for 2. And tough lift 1 for 2. Jack still holding on to a 4-1 lead. Bender's at 78 pitches with 3 strikeouts, giving up 8 hits. His ERA's down to 3.6. Rob Glover 0 for 2 with an RBI.
Our old buddy likes his pitches low. It's good to see Rob Glover playing for a good team. It's just, chewing gum, kicking butt. Watches the first pitch miss. Ball 1 from Hurley Bender. Pitch number 80. It's going to be a fastball right down the middle. Strike 1. 1 apiece. Now Glover's looking for the next one. We're evened up here. 4-1 Jacks in the bottom of the 6th, as Pete mentioned. That one misses. It makes it outside corner. No swing. 1-2 the count to Rob Glover. Hits that roller. Bender's going to pick it up. Whip it to first. 1 down.
Now batting the first baseman.
All right.
Yo-Yo Yamamoto is 0 for 2. Good contact hitter with a fair amount of power. The first baseman for the Jacks is hoping to do some damage here, but Bender throws a pitch that no one could hit. Misses outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Really Bender, formidable pitcher, misses that one inside. 2-0. He's falling behind to Yo-Yo Yamamoto. That one makes outside corner. Nice slider to get on the board. 2-1. High inside. That one makes it in 2, and the ump seems to have a fairly flexible strike zone. 2 apiece. Oh, that one just misses the arm of Yamamoto. Gets him back off the plate. Full count. Then he comes inside, outside corner, and makes nice strikeout. I said inside, but he went inside out. And Yamamoto put him down. Tough lift. 1 for 2. It's a good stealer if he gets on base. Good power, good contact. Good all around. Bender ain't scared. He's going to throw pitch 89. Running out of gas a little bit here. That one is hit hard to right center field. It's going back deep toward the wall. And it's caught by Billy LeBlanc. Foul number 3.
Thank you, Billy. Coming up top of the 7th again, Jacks with that 3-run lead. Bertha Banks 1 for 2. Eliza Peck 1 for 2 with a home run. Hurley Bender 1 for 2. Donko is hit throwing 65 pitches with a strikeout, giving him 9 hits. His ERA is at 1.5. Bertha Banks, the third baseman's 1 for 2 with a single.
Time for the Beewolves to do something offensively here, Pete. And all the way around. Bertha Banks watches the first pitch go outside corner. Makes it in for strikeout 1 the count. Second pitch misses high and outside. Good patience. 1 apiece to Bertha Banks. Oh, high inside. Bad pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Inside corner. Thought she'd go for that again, but she didn't. 2 apiece. Evened up. Low and outside. Oh, no swing. Strikeout.
Come on. Eliza Peck, the catcher, 1 for 2 with a home run and an RBI. So far, the only run the Beewolves have scored. 1 out in the top of the 7th. Peck takes the first pitch for a ball. Ball 1. That's in the center field. It's going to drop in front of Razzie Dazzler for a clean single, and Eliza Peck is standing at first with 1 out in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, well, we needed that one, Pete. Hurley Bender, is he get a hit?
I don't know. 7th inning, we're down by 3. I guess it would be probably smart, right?
He's locked in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good question.
The pitcher is certainly taking their time, apparently adjusting the steel sports brace. Now batting.
Okay, he is going to sit. They're gonna bring in Steve Monstour for hopefully a little bit of offense here. Hurley Bender understands he's not happy with the game he's played today. Steve Monstour, good power against right-handers, facing a left-hander. He's got the other catcher at first base. Hits it hard, but it's a liner right to Buffalo for 1 and 2 and they're done.
Way to go, Steve. I could have left Hurley Bender in for that crap. That's aggravating. Because, I mean, with the exception of that first inning, Bender's been really, really well. Like, probably should have left him in. Tats Belfour, the relief pitcher, will be the new pitcher. He's neutral and fit. He's got about average, a little bit less than average velocity, a little bit better than average junk, and a little bit less than average accuracy. He's fully rested. He's known around the league as being walk prone. He's got a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a curveball. And he'll be taking over duties here in the 7th inning. He's going to face Donk O, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Jack Cracker, 1 for 3, and Log Freely, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. The Jacks, 4 runs on 8 hits. Beewolves, 1 run on 10 hits and an error. Belfour will take a look at Donk O, the starting pitcher. He's 0 for 2 today, but he's neutral and fit. Had himself quite a game so far, Tommy. That first pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Belfour looks in, delivers, little off the plate, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with no outs. Allen's high, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Donk O. There's a roller, and Franco's going to pick it up, make the throw to Balfour, who was covering for the first out. Jack Cracker, the left fielder, neutral and fit, 1 for 3 with a single. He's hitting .333 this playoff. Jack Cracker, always dangerous. Fouls that one off along the third baseline. 0-1. Allen's low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out to Jack Cracker. Allen's high. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Cracker's playing left field. That's popped up on the infield. Bertha Banks is calling everybody off. Makes the catch, a step into foul territory for the second out. 2 outs. Log Freely, the left fielder, stepping in. He's 1 for 3 with a single. 2 outs. Nobody on in the bottom of the 7th. The Jacks with a 4-1 lead. Freely takes the first pitch for ball 1. Allen's on the outside corner for called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Log Freely. The called second strike, and Freely finds himself behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Belfour delivers. Ooh, he's able to push that one off foul along the first baseline. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a roller, and Gina Torrent. Oh,
jumps
Torrent,
out of the way.
What are you doing? Killing me. It's killing me. Okay. Well, Gina Torrance jumped over the ball for some reason. It rolled into right field for a clean single. So they got a Log Freely's at first. Huffy Buffler with 2 outs. Freely with a little bit of speed. Huffy Buffler 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and 2 RBIs. Anticipated that pitch, but it was inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Huffy Buffler. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. That's pop foul, out of play. And Buffler now finds himself behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Belfour delivers, and that's fouled off along the first baseline into the dugout. Look out, folks. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a roller, and Dexteras makes the dive, picks it up, makes the throw across the field, and gets Buffler for the 3rd out. So we're heading into the top of the 8th. Gina Torrance 2 for 3. Hanley Dexteras 0 for 3, and Buster Biggs 0 for 3. Donk goes at 73 pitches with 2 strikeouts, giving up 10 hits. CRA's at 1.29. The Jacks are still holding on to that 4-1 lead. Gina Torrance 2 for 3 with 2 singles. That pitch by O is in there for called strike. Strike 1. Donk O at 75 pitches. That one's high. 1-1 to Gina Torrens, the second baseman.
Come on.
She gets underneath that one, lifts it into center field. Razzie Dazzler's calling everybody off, makes the catch. First out.
Boy, well, Dexteris has got to do something different here. 0 for 3. He hasn't done anything in the playoffs offensively yet. Time to step up, Hanley Dexteris. Hits that one hard right into the glove of Juice Jackson.
Oh, come on.
2 down.
Buster Biggs, the left fielder, 0 for 3 today. Yeah, I mean, our 1 and 2 hitters are 0 for the day so far. 77 pitches for Donko. Puts that over the outside corner for called strike. No ball is 1 strike. That one's high. Evens the count, 1-1. That's in there for called second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Biggs is behind in the count. That one's fouled off, out of play along the third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's a smash by Biggs off the wall, and he's pulling into second with a stand-up double. Well, he slid in.
Yes, slide-in double. Alora Franco coming up 2 for 3 with 2 singles. She's got a scoring run at second base. She's got a lot of power. An outfield single brings in Buster Biggs. 2 outs, though.
Oh, Pete.
A little roller to Buffalo, and that's going to be an easy end to the side. Out with you.
All right, we're heading into the bottom of the 8th. Juice Jackson 3 for 3. Razzie Dazzler 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and Rob Glover 0 for 3. Balfour's at 18 pitches, giving up 1 hit. Beewolves 1, Jacks 4. Juice Jackson, the third baseman.
Jackson 3 for 3 on the day. Great power. In fact, the outfield is going to go deep for Juice Jackson. He's locked in and fit. 3 for 3. He's basically guaranteed to get on first. Nice breaking pitch here by Balfour to start things off. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 8th, 4-1 Jack still. Beewolves need to get out of this side without any runs. High inside jams him up. That's going to drift foul on the right first base line. 0-2. He's in the driver's seat. Driving along. Pitch number 21. Yes! Low and outside fastball. Doesn't even swing. Good strikeout there by Tats Balfour. Way to establish himself. Razzie Dazzler 0 for 3 cannot hit the Beewolves. Balfour looking good. She's tense. He's getting to throw pitch number 22. Gets a signal from Peck. Baking pitch misses outside. 1-0 the count to Razzie Dazzler. Hoping for that quick second out. Second pitch coming in. Inside makes a strike 1. The infield is going to go halfway for Dazzler. You never know. It's a little grounder down on the left side. Foul. 1-2 the count to Razzie Dazzler. That one hit hard to Gina Torrens. Caught it. On the fly, line drive, 2 down. Our old buddy Rob Glover not having a good day here against the Beewolves. He's 0 for 3 on the day, likes his pitches low. Gets a low one, hits it hard to Bertha Banks, who picks it up before he's halfway, throws it to first, and ends the side, Pete. We got one more chance.
All right, going into the top of the 9th, Billy LeBoink 1 for 3. Magic Moore 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Bertha Banks 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Donko is at 83 pitches, 2 strikeouts, giving up 11 hits. ZRA's at 1.12. The Jacks 4. Beewolves 1. Billy LeBoink 1 for 3 with a single, playing right field today.
Now pitching, Immaculo Spectaculo.
In comes Immaculo Spectaculo. Donko, the starting pitcher, will take a seat after a really good day. Immaculo Spectacular, the relief pitcher. He's neutral and fit. He's got very good velocity, excellent junk, very good accuracy. He's well rested. He's got a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a change. They're also going to be pulling, it's a double switch. So Razzie Dazzler, the center fielder, will also come in, and she'll be replaced by Batch Wilson. Batch Wilson, the center fielder, is neutral and fit. He's got less than average speed, a little bit better than average fielding and arm, and he's got good connection versus right-handed pitching. Now in at center fielder, Batch Wilson. Spectacular delivers his first shot. That's LeBoink into the gap between left and center, and he's coming around. He's pulling into second.
Oh.
He's out. Oh, LeBoink, you're killing me. Magic Moore.
Oh, 1 down. Magic
it.
Moore 1 for 3 with two outs from getting knocked out of this first round. First pitch inside corner, strike 1, but Spectacular 0-1 the count. Pops that one up, waving it off second base. That's going to be Huffy Buffler. 2 down, and we're 1 out from dropping the first playoff game.
Yeah, this was not good. Bertha Banks, 2 outs, nobody on. That one's in there for called strike. Strike 1. That's in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one's inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bertha Banks. Pops that one up into right field. It'll be caught. Log Freely pulls it in, and the Beewolves lose. Wow. That was... I was really looking forward to this. God bless it. Oh, my God. I'm so aggravated right now. I can't even tell you. And I'm telling you, you go back and watch it. At key times, the freaking thing just froze solid. And that's the thing. Again, it's one thing to get beat. It's another thing to feel like, that's not fair. It's just not fair.
Well, the game, I mean, other than the runs, the game was close hits. It's 12 hits to 9 for the Beewolves.
Yeah.
But on those 12 hits, they just couldn't get the offense when they needed it to. We'd get runners on and then strand them. Or like we've done during the season, we get, with 2 outs, we get somebody on. Had a strange error by, like you mentioned, Laura Frank at the beginning of the game, where she grabbed the ball and then just held it and watched the runner take first base. So that was an error you don't usually see. Jackson, on the other hand, they get all of them right at the top of the first. The Beewolves held them off the board the rest of the game, but they just couldn't. They couldn't put any offense together. So it was. The Jacks came ready to play quickly. The Beewolves took a moment to get going, and then it was too late. And you got hats off to the Jacks. They really put that one ahead. For the Beewolves, Torrance goes 2 for 4. She had a good game. Dexterra's 0 for 4. More of the same there. Buster Biggs only 1 for 4. Everyone else hit, though. Steve Mastor comes in, goes 0 for 1 for the sub. Balfour comes in, doesn't do any offense, but,
Yeah, and it's not just that he went 0 for 1, but he hit into a double play. So
it's like...
it's not... not only did you not help us out, you actually hurt us. You actually... You know what I mean? We had somebody on, and, you might as well have just struck out. That's, hitting into a double play. Yeah, that's a tough one. Like I say, that we had the hits, and like Tommy pointed out, we just didn't put them together. We had plenty of innings where, the leadoff hitter would get on and would either get doubled off or would wind up maybe reaching second, but getting no further than that. A lot of hard hit balls right at the third. The third baseman dives and makes a great catch. Otherwise, that rolls into left field and could have scored a run. But another back to kind of hitting the ball right at people again, just not good. They racked up. I mean, I'm glad to see they pulled up 12 hits, and they did get a home run. We kept the Jacks in the park.
Yeah. Boy, Dazzler has another bad game. She cannot play against this team. They pulled her late game to put in Wilson, Batch Wilson. That was a good move by them. Our old friend Rob Glover goes 0 for 4 as well. Yamamoto 0 for 3. 0 for 3. So other than they got that. Yeah. Well, pitching. Yeah. Bender gets the loss. Unfortunately, doesn't have a playoff game like he did the regular season. He's kicking the walls right now. He threw 6 innings, got 8.
Well, again, I would go back to the first inning he struggled in the first. It wasn't even him struggling. It was a lot of bad defense. It was just bad defense. After that inning, though, he didn't give up another run. He could go all the way. That was the only place where they even Tats Belfort never gave up a run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're kind of going, that stinks. They got 4 runs in the first inning, and the Beewolves couldn't even challenge. We couldn't even muster 4 runs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's my 2 cents.
No, that's but he throws 6 innings, gets 8 hits, 2 earned runs off him, gets 4 Ks in that time. His ERA's at 3, not horrible, but not great. He's 0-1 in the playoffs so far. Tats Balfour comes in relief. Those 2 innings, gets only 1 hit, gets 1 K of his own. Respectable performance there.
Yeah, and over there for the Houston Jacks, the winning pitcher, Donk O. Donk O went 8 pitches, gave up 11 hits, 1 earned run. He had 2 strikeouts, gave up a home run. He leaves with an ERA of 1.12, and his record's 1-0 in the playoffs. Immaculo Spectaculo comes in, gets the save. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and he walks away with the save. So congratulations to them, I guess.
Yeah, that brings us to this player of the game.
Player of the games. The first player of the game, Donko. Again, I get really upset when we make B+ pitchers look great. When they can make it to the stars of the game, we did not do something right. So he's the first star of the game, B+ Donko, starting pitcher. He went 8 innings, gave up 11 hits, 1 earned run, and had 2 strikeouts.
Coming in second, there's the B- catcher, Eliza Peck. The the catcher. She not a great season this season, but so far the playoffs is where she's coming in. She had a good day, 2 for 3 with her only home run. They didn't get a single home run all season, but now she got one here in the playoffs. Good time to get that 1 run for the Beewolves. She gets that RBI in the run as well.
And then rounding out the 3 stars, the A- Huffy Buffler, the second baseman. He was 2 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs, and he scored a run. So. Way to go, Mr. Buffler.
Yeah. It's all you on this one.
And then Tommy G, 6 hits, no home runs, 6 hits and a strikeout for a contribution of 36%. Pete J, 6 hits, a home run, an RBI, great catch, stolen base, 4 strikeouts, 64%. And I should have beamed Huffy Buffler. Then I would have had it all.
Post-game show. Unfortunately, the Beewolves are in the unenviable position where we're facing elimination. We could have 1 game left, and if not, we need to win 2 straight against the Jacks. Something we weren't able to do this season. It's doable. Like you said, we held the upper hand, and we've had mistake games against these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that first inning when Alora, who was it? Alora Franco got the single or something, and I wound up trying to steal, and she got thrown out. That was dumb. Although I don't know, in the first inning, you're trying to get things going. You test the catcher. Let's see what he can do. Yeah. Franco, whoever it was, I keep saying Franco. I'm not positive it was Franco, but she's got some speed. She's not slow. So. I don't think it was a horrible idea, but obviously didn't work out. Billy LeBoink going for 2. I think anybody else on the team that's an easy double. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just so slow. So these are the things you're going to have to remember. Again, I know we had a lot of problems with the defense in the first inning, and that really hurt us. But we should have been able to overcome 4 runs over the next 9 innings, especially with the way our pitchers pitch.
Yeah. Well, we got one other game to tell you the score about. The front runners played it against the Sawteeth. Pete, you want to let us know how that one went?
Sure. Front runners and the Sawteeth front runners out to an early lead, and they're able to hold on and win it in 10, 5-3.
So after the first round of the playoffs, every team's played 1 game. You got the Phoenix Sandcats hold a 1-0 lead against the Platypi. For those conference semifinals, Pete, what about the Blowfish Moose?
The Blowfish and the Moose, it was Moose all day. They were take that game 16-5. Looks like all the home teams won except the Sawteeth.
Yeah. Well, then we're here in our game. You just saw it. It was the Houston Jacks jumped out to a 4-0 lead early. Beewolves were able to get 1 back, but it wasn't enough, and the Jacks hold on to win it. They lead the series 1-0. The Beewolves' backs are against the wall. Yeah,
you hate to be in this situation, but like I said, I didn't see anything that made me feel like the Jacks are unbeatable. Once again, we walk out of Tiger Den Stadium, and I feel like we shot ourselves in the foot. I don't feel like the Jacks beat us as much as we beat ourselves. Yeah. One of the other things that the Beewolves have been good at is holding off. Trying to get the pitch count up early. We let Donko go 8 innings. Normally, you'd want him out a lot earlier than that. So, him being able to go 8 innings, I know I was getting really mad at myself toward the end there. They're jumping on first pitches again, and it's like, make him throw, tire him out, and then he's going to make a mistake,
Yeah.
So as we go forward, again, I think maybe there's a little bit of jitters going on there, a little overexcited for the first game of the playoffs, and definitely the Beewolves are going to have to settle down for the next game.
Yep.
Get back in this.
Then you had the front runners take the Sawteeth 1-0 in that series, so the Sawteeth back against us. So you got the Platypi, the Blowfish, the Beewolves, and the Sawteeth are all in this position where they have to win 2 straight to make it to the next round. And all of those teams favored to lose. Honestly, all the favored teams won. No, except for the Sawteeth. Sawteeth are favored to win that one. They the front runners, the not favored, and they won that game.
Yeah, like you say, that you figure all the home teams are the ones that are favored to win because they got the better record. So
yeah,
stronger teams, and like I said, all the home teams won except for the Sawteeth. The front runners were able to take one in their home territory, which bodes well for them because the next game, we're going to flip it. The next game will be in Red Rock for us, so we'll be on our home turf, and hopefully we can even it up, and then the decider will be back at Tiger Den. So everybody is going to get a home game. So
yeah, well,
front runners taking that one again in the Sawteeth Stadium. Now they get to go home, and hopefully they can win it in front of their own crowd. Then
yeah. Well, until that next game, we'll meet you back in Phoenix. Just a little reminder that next season, I'm going to try and get these games going live on the Twitch channel. I will put the description I will put the link in the description, but the link is also showing up in the credits here as they roll up. So there'll be some change there. So hopefully tune in for those. I'll post afterwards on YouTube. But if you want to see those games live, check out that channel. And always check out PJ Play. He streams these games as well too, and we try and bring it in anyway. The kind of airs out of our sails right now. we gotta get things back, Pete.
We gotta bounce back again. We had a little time off, so you gotta dust the cobwebs out a little bit. That was a rough one. Again, it was another one of those chugga choo choo in the first inning. And like I say, as mad as I was, we gave up 4 runs. That's not acceptable. But again, Hurley Bender came back and was, we got him under control. Everything was good. And really, it just came down to our offense.
Yeah.
We could not get anything going. And, team scores, they score 4 runs in the first inning, and that's it. And we can't overcome it, over the entire 9 innings. We only mustered 1 run, and that was off a solo home run. So, yeah, not our typical game by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to chalk it up to just, being overly excited.
All right. Well, we will see you back in Phoenix for a game we're hopefully a little bit more ready to play, and we can't go 2 games like that. So hopefully we can stick things out here, but at least we got more playoff baseball ahead of us, folks. Until then, this is Tommy G.
And this is PJ. And we're saying, get out of here.